and the World Wrestling Network. Are you guys ready for some wrestling action tonight? Yeah! I said, are you ready for some wrestling action tonight? Much better. I am the 8th Deadliest Inside Show, and I'm filling in for the Ambassador Proving Ground tonight, and I am joined by my friend right here. He is the man that claims that if you sign with this man, you go all the way. This is Robbie K.
Hey, listen, I'm so glad to have you here tonight. Finally sharing the ring with somebody great. I like Trevor. We're gonna have a great night side show. Me and you are gonna run this thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a heck of a night tonight because we've got some tests for our ACW mainstays like Jayson Falcone, Mr. Opportunity. He is going to take on the debuting Skrilla the Great. We're also going to have Jake Sterling, also a fan favorite of you all, who will be taking on the Indian Nightmare, Vineesh. So, this is Proving Ground times 3 tonight, because this is going to be crazy, and a lot of men are going to be here to prove themselves as mainstays in American Combat Wrestling.
And for your main event, the best tag team in all of Proving Ground, Walworth Wrestling, goes up against First Degree. Another win for us, of course.
It's going to be one heck of a night of action and fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get started! The following matchup is the WWN Open Season match, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 250 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois, the inevitable Jake Sterling!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, coming to you for WWN Proving Ground. You're looking at the WWN WrestlePlex in Tampa Bay, Florida, tonight, hosted by Sideshow and Robbie K. But nevertheless, at least you're not having to hear Robbie K on commentary.
And his opponent, weighing in at 220 pounds, he resides in Long Island, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, the debuting Indian Nightmare, Vineesh!
And as Vineesh makes his way to the ring, indeed, his debut here within the World Wrestling Network, but 7 years in the sport, training that goes to guys like Johnny Rods, as well as getting over to Japan for training opportunities, as well as under Gino Caruso in ECPW. But of course, tonight it is about getting that opportunity to show what he can do in a WWN ring. Not a lot of guys with the same size as Jake Sterling. Vineesh is one of those. Vineesh, a 6'2" man, over 220 pounds, as you just heard from Sideshow. He's held championships, IWA US Champion, MCIW Tag Team Champion, XVW World Champion, XVW Internet Champion. So this is a man that has been places, held championships, but tonight, once again, wants to show what he can do. And of course, the whole concept of open season within WWN is all about talent from outside of the WWN family coming in, showing what they can do, and of course, through that process, often finding a spot within the World Wrestling Network. So the question is tonight here in our opener on WWN Proving Ground, will Vineesh impress? Will he show that he can not only push the WWN Training Center rookie Jake Sterling to the limit, but of course come up victorious? We're about to find out. Not surprisingly, WWN faithful behind Jake Sterling. Definitely an away game here for the Indian Nightmare. But of course, Vineesh needs to not waste his time jaw-jacking with the WWN faithful. So these two big bulls lock it up, and right now Vineesh, the one in control first here, wrenching things on Jake Sterling. You can see Sterling doing everything he can to try to get to his feet, and he does, powering up the big man, but not able to get him over. Great job there by Vineesh, holding on to Sterling. He's got Sterling having to fight really for any kind of space here, and the question is, well, he just did it. Sterling able to, at least for now, stop Vineesh. I definitely don't blame the Indian Nightmare for taking the opportunity. Break contact from Jake Sterling. Perhaps go back a bit to the drawing board on the best way to approach things here. We've talked before about Sterling and how energetic he can be, but that passion can often be his enemy when it comes to making mistakes and other things that can happen. You can see Vineesh taking his time, knowing he's got that full 10 count. Again, these two bulls locking up. Jake, again, looking like he's in control. But Vineesh turning around Jake. And you hear the jaw-jacking from Vineesh. Bit unceremonial in his approach and getting slapped in the face by Sterling. You can't blame Jake Sterling. Getting a little heated here. And like I said, that's one of the things that comes with the territory when you're in the ring with Jake Sterling. Just like that big forearm there, but Vineesh not backing down, in fact, taking control here. But a spinning forearm there from Sterling. Finally fells Vineesh, but credit to Vineesh how much he was able to take there before being fallen by Sterling. The question now is, what shape is Vineesh still in? You can even see senior official Lee Canfield checking on both athletes, deciding things are still good to go. Strength on display of Sterling. What a slam. Can't get over the strength of Sterling. Pinfall. 2 count only. Definitely making us proud here in the World Wrestling Network, the WWN Training Center. Oh, you can hear it from Vineesh, very, very confident in his international heritage. As Jake now has a handful of Vineesh's hair. And well, I guess one good deed on comes another. Oh, arm now thrown off by Jake. Of course, Vineesh raking the eyes there of Sterling. I will admit it was Sterling, the one pulling the hair first. And now taking control of things is Vineesh, has the arm. This could be a bad way for the shoulder, and it is. Into the corner goes Jake Sterling. Smart move by Vineesh, isolating that body part, exposing it. Again, wrenching on that arm. And that arm bar, the way he hit the mat there, bad things can happen. And of course, now Vineesh antagonizing the faithful, only holding down Jake for a 1 count. I'm not sure if that's tenacity or just youthful exuberance in Jake Sterling, but Sterling is up to his feet, trying to get his arm moving again, get some life back in that arm. But Vineesh going right back after it, and you can see using the ropes here in just about every second of that 5 count to try to pull that arm out of socket. Shoulders can be injured. A lot of bad things can happen. As Vineesh continues the jaw jack with the WWN faithful. Attack on that arm also continues here. You got to think Sterling's in some serious trouble. Pinfall. Again, not even a 2 count, but the question is Sterling pushing it too hard here? You got to be careful when you look at the experience of a Vineesh. This is a man with mixed martial arts experience. He's participated in various forms of Muay Thai, karate, a form of Indian mixed martial arts that I'll totally brutalize the name of. But right now, it's just some good old fighting back from Jake Sterling. Headbutt. Vineesh taking down Sterling. And I'll give you, for a guy that is just an intellectual when it comes to Vineesh, he is literally fluent in 5 languages. Of course, he can speak English, but Tamil, Hindi, Urdu, Telugu. I'm sure I said some of those wrong. Already talked about him traveling the world. Germany, Japan, Canada, Malaysia, and Uranagi to the backbreaker by Jake Sterling. Taking down Vineesh. Savate kick now. Sterling's in control. Pinfall. Not enough. Close it was. But again, not enough to stop Vineesh. And I'll tell you though, you got to think Sterling's got to have some level of frustration here after pushing Vineesh so far to the limit. Vineesh, again, with the ring awareness, getting outside of the ring, regrouping. Sterling following him out to the floor. Face first goes Vineesh on the apron. Sterling, again, still in control. Up to about a 3 count here. Remember, they've only got 10, and Vineesh now, his shoulder going into the post. Oh, Sterling charging in the corner, gets out of the way, does Vineesh, and right now, that shoulder's in more peril than it's been this entire matchup. You can see Lee Canfield doing everything he can here, trying to get these guys to stop and get back in the ring. But I just talked about how you speak 5 languages, man, and one of them's English, but nevertheless, I'll tell you, Sterling, the damage has been done here. You better listen closely. That count's getting close to the 10. And I'll tell you, the jaw-jacking again with the WWN faithful, perhaps the only flaw I've seen on the offense so far of Vineesh. Very impressive has he been thus far in this matchup. Showing that championship heritage. Of course, showing the tutelage and the people he trained under, all those various skills he pulled together, but Sterling now trying to fight him off. Spinning forearm from Vineesh. Nearly fell Sterling, but Sterling with one of his own. And again, not only credit to Vineesh for being up, coming back with a boot, both men with boots. 2 big boots, 2 guys, same idea. Collapsing to the mat here. Here the WWN faithful behind Jake Sterling. Guys have a 10 count. Someone needs to get up first, but after that flurry of offense, I'm not sure who's going to be able to move. It looks like Sterling might be the one who's going to get up first using the ropes smartly. Vineesh now up as well. Coming in with the boot is Vineesh. He's going back after that shoulder, going right after the arm. Smart move by Vineesh. He knows where he's got Sterling, and now the way he's got that basically chicken wing center of the ring applied. Sterling caught in the gut as well. Now the abdominal stretch by Vineesh. And come on, get in the ropes. You got to be kidding me here. You can hear WWN faithful. The loudest ones, and Vineesh again going for the rope, this time the middle rope, trying to make sure he's not caught by the official. Perhaps a smart move, changing things up into the octopus. But finally Sterling, not only powering up Vineesh, but was trying to get him over. Not sure what he was going for, but Vineesh back to his feet. Pop up into that forearm. Not sure how much longer Vineesh is going to be on his feet now. Sterling charging in, Vineesh out of the way, Indian Nightmare back in control here just when you thought Jake Sterling might be coming, making a comeback instead. Headbutt there from Vineesh. But the future endeavors connects. Is this going to be it? Pinfall. He got him. Big win for the WWN Training Center. Rookie standout Jake Sterling defeating a man with much more experience here tonight, but as I already pointed out, a bit of an away game for Vineesh, who truthfully looked phenomenal in that matchup, and honestly, had he not been doing some of that jaw-jacking, that future endeavor may not have come out of nowhere, taking him down. But at the end of the day, record books will say Jake Sterling's your winner.
Jake, you got lucky this time. You got lucky. Let me tell you something, Jake, and this is a message for not only you, to the entire WWN nation, universe, whatever you want to call it. See, I represent one of the oldest civilizations in this world. I speak one of the oldest languages in this world. I represent tradition and culture. You will see me again. This is not the end of the Indian Nightmare, Vineesh. Next time, whoever I'm gonna face in the ring, I'm gonna get the W. And I'll make sure you remember my name. My name is Vineesh, and I am the Indian Nightmare.
See, I'm a man of a few words, so when I say something, it means everything. And it looks like Mr. Destined for Greatness has played his cards right, and he is now at WWN. So now no failure is an option. There's no time for me to fold. So now it's time to put all my chips in and become Mr. Destined for Greatness. Time to charge up. Boom.
Introducing first, weighing at 193 pounds, from Philadelphia, USA, Skrilla the Great!
Another man making his WWN debut tonight. Another open season matchup, if you will. The opportunity for talent outside of the WWN bubble come in, face off against one of our regulars here in WWN, show what you can do, and I am excited to see what Skrilla the Great can do, because truth be told, this man not only trained by Logan Creed, but mentored by former FIP World Heavyweight Champion Fred Yehai. This is a guy who has been seen all over the Southeast.
And his opponent, weighing at 181 pounds, from Brooklyn, New York, he is Mr. Opportunity, Jayson Falcone!
In less than 2 weeks, Jayson Falcone will hit the 10 years in the sport mark. No stranger to a WWN ring, a former ACW Cruiserweight Champion. In fact, truth be told, to become that Cruiserweight Champion, he had to defeat the former WWE Cruiserweight Champion at Current Impact, Wrestling World Champion Rich Swann, and 3 others as part of a tournament, showing not just the tenacity, then showing why he's known as Mr. Opportunity, a guy that was trained by Dory Funk Jr. Billy Goat Grace, that's cute. But nevertheless, a bit of a gatekeeper tonight is Jayson Falcone. Of course, Skrilla the Great has been on the WWN radar. In fact, had an opportunity under the old incarnation of ACW Proving Ground after standing out in a seminar led by WWN TC head trainer Francisco Chiato. But tonight it is all about what does Skrilla bring. How is he going to handle really the not just WWN but ACW staple that is Jayson Falcone. Another situation where guys coming into an away game here needs to not be distracted by the WWN faithful to Skrilla. 6 years in the sport, caught by Falcone there. Falcone quickly taking control of things here to start this match off. Skrilla has had opportunities to compete against guys like AR Fox, Odinson, even WWE's Carlito. So he's been in the ring with some of the toughest guys, including, of course, Fred Yehai, Logan Creed, like we already talked about. But it's a totally different situation facing somebody like Jayson Falcone in a WWN ring. Skrilla showing some speed there. Definitely, you can see I was about to say, you can see the caution in a smart way, but caught by Falcone and Skrilla. Whipped off the ropes, caught by that elbow. Great move by Falcone. And that's the thing when it comes to Jayson Falcone, when you least expect it, he really lives up to that moniker, Mr. Opportunity. Skrilla seeing the boot coming, rolling himself back. 2 boots, though, able to connect. Falcone stopping Skrilla. Coming off the ropes, but strength on display. Very impressive, Skrilla the Great. He's got him up in a fireman now. Taking a lot of time, though, is Skrilla, and I think he gave Falcone time to recover. Pinfall. Roll up, not enough there, but definitely showing a bit of a mistake there was Skrilla showing off a bit too long, and that was a much better approach. Backbreaker's got Falcone in trouble. Pinfall. You got to think there's those butterflies. There's that motivation. You want to impress WWN officials, as well as jaw jack with the WWN faithful. But truth be told, mistakes get made. And I think right now Skrilla has regrouped smartly. He's got Jayson Falcone, center of the ring, cutting off the oxygen. Slap across the chest there as well. Skrilla's a former GIPW heavyweight champion, a former VCW Georgia heavyweight champion, as well as a former Lariato Pro Tag Team champion with Scotty Beach. So there's a man who's definitely got that championship pedigree, if you will, currently actually training with WWA 4 and AR Fox. I don't blame him. What a beautiful drop kick. Pinfall. Got a 1.5 count there. You can see some frustration on the face of Skrilla, and he's got to be careful with that. Especially arguing with the Billy Goat, Billy Grace. I always thought of him as your first American boyfriend, but nevertheless, Skrilla in control here. Falcone's in trouble, getting the life choked out of him. But I will say, I give it to a guy like Skrilla. He's come here into enemy territory, so to speak. Pinfall. 2.5 count there, and I was about to say it was victorious, but not quite, not yet. But on the cusp is Skrilla. And I give it to you, Jayson Falcone is a tough man to have to face, but Skrilla fighting, doing everything he can to try to keep Falcone down. But as soon as I said that, here's Falcone coming to life. But wow, that's a smart move. Maybe not fair. Side Russian leg sweep, followed by that elbow drop. Pinfall. We saw Skrilla using the belt, the pants of Jayson Falcone to pull him back. And, you know, for all intents and purposes, that becomes the challenge when you have a tire like that. Skrilla again being distracted by the WWN faithful here in the WWN WrestlePlex. Thank you once again for joining us here for WWN Proving Ground. Forearms, fist of flurry. Skrilla's just trying to take down Falcone here, and you can see if it wasn't for that corner holding up Falcone, I think he'd be down on the mat. Skrilla charges in, hits a beautiful European uppercut. It looks like Falcone is out. We might be a moment away from a big win for Skrilla, another European. Now coming out of the corner, oh, but caught by the elbow from Falcone. And a missile drop kick. Mr. Opportunity here, showing some signs of life, but you can see both men down. We talked about this before. There's a 10 count to be answered here. Someone's got to get up first. It could be the end of this matchup. WWN faithful trying to will Jayson Falcone back to his feet. We're just about at a 6 count here. It looks like Falcone might almost be at the point where he could break this thing. But again, notice Skrilla not too far behind him, caught by the clothesline. Skrilla's right over that cruiserweight limit. Of course, Jayson Falcone, a former cruiserweight champion. Beautiful spinebuster, pinfall. No. I was about to say, not sure who quite has the weight advantage, but right now, Falcone putting that strength on display. Blood's aflowing. You can see Skrilla is trying to get his faculties regained. The boot from Jayson Falcone. He's got Skrilla, but Skrilla, great escape. Michinoku, is this it? Somehow Falcone kicks out. And the man who was a featured wrestler in the movie The Peanut Butter Falcon. Skrilla the Great, not only in control here, but basically Babe Ruth and calling a spot. No, roll through by Falcone. Pinfall. 2 count only. Falcone, though, continuing. Beautiful fisherman suplex, holds the bridge, pinfall. Skrilla just gets out. Falcone now heading to the top, coming off, beautiful frog splash. Is that enough? Pinfall. Falcone victorious. And I'll tell you, Jayson Falcone had a fight for every inch of that win, but victorious here tonight at WWN Proving Ground. Impressive debut for Skrilla the Great. You got to think, even in defeat, standing out in this matchup, showing why he impressed Francisco Chiazzo before, and of course tonight, pushing Jayson Falcone to the limit, but not quite enough for the victory. Thank you one more time for joining us here at WWN Proving Ground. See every single episode of WWN Proving Ground on YouTube, on Facebook, and of course as part of your club WWN subscription, WWNlive.com for all the details, especially when it comes to Club WWN. Every WWN family event available live and video on demand as part of your club WWN subscription, and so much more. Once again, WWNlive.com.
Is here. I've been training at the WWN TC Training Center for about 3 or 4 months now.
Hey everybody, it's WWN official Kai Douglas here at the WWN Training Center here in Port Richey, Florida, where you can learn everything from your in-ring to your entrance. You can work on everything from referee times, working with an official, getting that real match experience, things that you can't learn in other schools.
If you've ever wanted a career in professional wrestling, it starts right here at the WWN TC. We offer a 14-month tuition. Every facet of the professional wrestling business that you want to learn, we will teach. All we ask of you is when you walk through that door, you give us 100% dedication, because we're going to give you our best, and we want that best from you. 727-401-2836, give me a call. Test yourself. You want to create that inner superstar? Come see me right here at WWN TC.
With that being said, be on the lookout for me in the future.
Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah. I would.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout is a special challenge match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 190 pounds from Aberdeen, Scotland, Leo King.
We are in for a treat here on WWN Proving Ground as Leo King makes his way to the ring. You're about to watch two mat athletes go at it, and I cannot wait to see who comes out on top here tonight.
And his opponent from Kurval, Bulgaria, weighing in at 206 pounds, he is the back scientist, Damyan.
Of course, Baby Tangra, trained by AR Fox out of the WWA 4 Pro Wrestling facility. Coming all the way from Bulgaria to train with AR Fox. You can see right there the URL, WWA4ATL.com. If you want more details about WWA4. But tonight, you better hope that background in Jiu-Jitsu, in Muay Thai, you better hope what makes him the Mad Scientist can stand out. Because he's about to face a guy that is the epitome of British-style professional wrestling. Leo King from Aberdeen in Scotland, trained by Scottish Energy Len Ironside since he was only 15. It's been in his blood, is the sport of professional wrestling. He started literally practicing catch wrestling as seen in the Highland Games from day one. And like I already mentioned, that freestyle that freestyle knowledge, it's really akin to the world of sport style. You've got definitely a bit of a similarity, but both a dichotomy when it comes to the backgrounds of these guys and, of course, their ultimate approach here to the sport, which is, again, something that's got me excited here is these two men jockey for position. You can see Sideshow watching from up in the stage excited as well. We talked earlier in the day about the potential of this matchup, and neither one of us was sure who would have the leg up. Because, again, we've seen of both of these athletes. Both looked impressive, and right now it looks like Damyan in control's got the leg. But you notice the guard position of Leo King. Damyan now going for an ankle lock, but again, you can see King being smart, looking to fight his way out here, and he does. It's a man who is a big fan of applying submission holds, things that can weaken his opponent. And truthfully, if you go pound for pound, the strength that Leo King has is very impressive here. But Damyan Tangra, with the weight advantage tonight, showing along with his arguably reach advantage here, at least momentarily able to take control. And it's Leo smartly getting to the ropes, slowing things down for a moment. Locking up are these two athletes. Leo now in control's got the arm there. In fact, what a way to stomp on the elbow. You can definitely break a man's elbow, and you can see Damyan now taking exception, taking down Leo. With that arm bar, now Leo King in a lot of trouble, but you can see great ring awareness and getting to the ropes, feet on the ropes, forcing the break is Leo King. Currently training under Matt Seidel. Also the first breakout champion in the UK, which is a championship he actually relinquished as he moved to Florida in plans to further that career. Of course, we talked before about him participating in a WWN recruitment camp, had WWE trainers from NXT, had various coaches, Gabe Sapolsky, so many other folks there, having a hand on this young man. Now there's Damyan. Takedown, pinfall. That was a beautiful body scissors into the pin there, but now Leo following back up. I dare say, I wonder if Leo King has underestimated the mat skills of Damyan Tangra, forcing the pin again. The 2 count only, and that's the thing. The mat scientist has a bit of a spunk, a bit of an unorthodox way in which that catch comes. 1.5 count there by Leo, and again, you see Damyan's already got the feet, but great counter there. Drop toe hold, and now going into the armbar. Both men, again, back at a stalemate, and I think Leo's getting his head in the game here. And understanding he definitely should not be underestimating his opponent. Looks like Leo might have taken control here after Damyan originally had gotten behind him. It's a very impressive contest here between these two men. Beautiful. Got the fingers, does Damyan Tangra. Now again, the headlock. I already talked about coming all the way from Bulgaria to train in the sport of professional wrestling, and of course in the case of Leo King, coming from over in the UK. Beautiful neck breaker. Tangra back to his feet first, but Leo caught by a European uppercut. Gotta think he's used to that. Pinfall, 2 count only. For a man that's gotten to train under Marty Jones, Johnny Saint, even John Moss, it is so impressive to see how Leo King has applied what he's learned in the trade. But right now, Damyan Tangra really showing what he's made of. Finally, Leo may be able to stop the onslaught. But again, Damyan showing the strength and dumping down. Basically a gutbuster there. It's got Leo King in trouble. Tangra here trying to fight him off, but finally Leo King gets a boot up. Using the ropes as well as a weapon. Coming in with the senton is Leo King. Pinfall. About a 2 count only, but you can see here again, very methodical in his attack. And if Damyan is not able to stop Leo, and Leo can continue to control things, and you saw Damyan smartly seize the ropes just as that arm was going to be in trouble. It's like a key lock situation. The bottom line is, a Leo King in control of the matchup is your worst possible enemy. Now with the arm, not just with the arm, but looks like a beautiful suplex. Showing that strength, pinfall. 2 count only here. Looks like Leo King now. Like I said, being methodical in the approach. He's going to make Damyan fight for everything as Damyan is. What an elbow. Tangra now. Trying for the suplex, but a counter by Leo King. And actually gets the arm. Great, great move. Again, wasted no time to go right back after the arm. We saw this earlier. Is he going to stomp again? Yes, he is. Leo King could be breaking the shoulder, the elbow, the whole arm of Damyan Tangra. He's not built to turn that way.
This guy you guys want to win. Really. Honestly.
Perhaps a mistake here, forcing the pin. No, small package not able to be enough, but the spinning heel kick by Damyan Tangra now. Leo King was jaw-jacking with the WWN faithful. It's given Damyan just an inch, and he's taken the mile here. Pinfall. But you can see that arm not able to fully get that press down to get the whole body hooked in the pinfall was Damyan Tangra. The damage has been done from the onslaught by Leo King. And Tangra trying to lift up Leo King. Leo's got that arm targeted. And in fact, you just saw the way that monkey flip had the arm wrenched in as well. Damage done. Pinfall. 2 count only. And I'll tell you, Damyan Tangra here, early in the matchup was in control, was looking so good, but right now, Leo King in control, albeit perhaps taking too long to argue with the WWN faithful.
We have a weight limit.
Maybe one of the only flaws in this young man's offense and his demeanor is that attitude. Dragon screw there. Damyan Tangra stopping Leo King. I'm not sure Leo might have hit his head in the ropes as well, the way he was taken down by Damyan Tangra. Right, the official Lee Canfield checking on Leo King, trying to decide, was there an injury there? Great job by senior official Lee Canfield. Oh, but Leo King tries to charge Damyan Tangra. Tangra got out of the way, but now caught. Both men exchanging strikes center of the ring. It's impressive to see what either man still has in the tank. It's going to take a pivotal moment. Butterfly suplex by Damyan Tangra. Pinfall. No, close, but not enough. Leo King just barely gets out. I'm not even sure if he knows where he is right now. Tangra's trying to power up Leo King, but again, you can see the shape that both of these men are in after what they put each other through so far in this matchup. Leo King manages to get to his feet, going for a spinning lariat, but instead caught by a bicycle kick from Tangra. I think he's trained by AR Fox at WWA4. I wonder. A beautiful attitude adjustment. Can he follow this up? Pinfall. No, not enough. Leo King just gets the shoulder up. You can see surprise on the face of Damyan Tangra. Just like there's likely surprise on the face of each and every one of you watching right now, WWN Proving Ground. You gotta give it to both of these athletes, but something's gotta give. And the question is, who's gonna be the one to finally find the weakness, to finally figure out how to take the other men down? And maybe it's gonna be Leo King. What a DDT. Pinfall. No, lateral press, not enough to keep down Damyan, but you can see Leo going right after the submission. He's got the men down. It's like a cross-face chicken wing. Damyan escapes, though, with an STF now center of the ring. King's got to feel miles away from the ropes. wrenching things in here is Damyan Tangra. But we gotta have a submission in the center of the ring. Credit to Leo King fighting off the arm, the same arm that he damaged earlier, and in fact, following up now. A bit of an armbar, almost like a triangle. Damyan forcing down shoulders. He got him! What a counter by Damyan Tangra, saving things just when you thought there was a submission about to be forced by Leo King. Instead, Damyan Tangra with the wherewithal to force the shoulders down of Leo King. What a matchup between these two mat specialists. Did not disappoint, and absolutely a match I would love to see again here at a WWN ring.
Hey, that was a big win for you out there tonight. How are you feeling?
Feel pretty good. But Leo King almost got me. My arm's hurting, and he's a good fighter. I'll hand that to him. But know what? Sometimes it's all about passion. It's all about heart. It's all about the willingness to keep on fighting. And Damyan Tangra has it all. And all the way from Turbo, Bulgaria, I came to the WWN to show that I belong here. Leo King, you're a great fighter. You know what? If you want for us to go one-on-one again, I'm down. You know where to find me.
Bro, it took you long enough.
My bad, bro. My bad.
Nothing changed in 8 years.
Listen.
Come on, let's go. Let's get ready. Come on, man.
All right, man.
Do I need to bring them in?
Okay, let's go.
Look who it is, huh?
First degree? First degree?
Oh, y'all are fans?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not here to sign any autographs.
Wait, hold on. I'm still new right here. This is the wealth of wrestling. These are our opponents tonight.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad you got the t-shirts.
Yeah, I didn't even look
Glad
at
you
the
could
shirt.
read too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, welcome back here. Let me go ahead and dust the dirt off for you.
Put your hands on me. That's not cool.
Oh, so you're trying to get into, I've been here for 8 years, wrestled for ACW for a while, used to be a tag champ with someone, then I got my other partner back here, so you're gonna dust me off?
There's a lot of used to there's, bud.
Yeah.
How about what's going on right now, huh?
Yeah. Right now, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Get out the way. We're gonna get ready. And then tonight, we'll find out who the better tag team is between us. How about that? That's fine by me. It's fine by me. That's fine by y'all boys?
We already know that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, let's see you fellas tonight, because I'm late. I need to get changed, dressed. You got your nice t-shirt on.
Try not
I like that.
Dust some
I like it.
Yeah, right?
My boots, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I saw an AARP check for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is a special attraction tag team match. It is your main event, and it is scheduled for... Losing first, at a total combined weight of 385 pounds, accompanied by Robbie K, world famous Daniel Lacey, the Trust Fund Kid, who invents the Path of Wrestling!
Well, I'll tell you, I may have been able to help you not have to hear Robbie K on the commentary, but unfortunately here in our main event, representing Wealth of Wrestling. We're looking at Blake Banks right now. The Trust Fund Kid. I have no clue who he's talking about. Of course, world famous Daniel Lacey. Not sure what makes him world famous, but I'm just regurgitating the lines I hear from these guys. Their Gucci-inspired gear. Very proud of how much it cost. Why is Sideshow giving him the microphone?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Robbie K. I represent world famous Daniel Lacey and the trustworthy kid Blake Banks. Of wrestling. Tonight, we got a couple guys that went hiding for about 20 years. Give or take. First degree. The only thing first degree about him is the ass whooping you're going to receive tonight. After tonight, they're going to realize that they should have stayed in hiding because World of Wrestling is going to catch another W. That's right. Because when you sign with Robbie K, you go all the way.
So humble is Wealth of Wrestling.
And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 400 pounds. First one out of New York, James Anthony. From Tampa, Florida, Dwayne Wonder. First, the Queen.
And it's been a while since we've seen Dwayne Wonder here in a WWN ring. And of course, James Anthony recently making his WWN debut. And of course, in various circles, these men have teamed as First Degree. Of course, Dwayne Wonder, a former ECW tag team champion with D'Lo Jordan. Been a while since we've seen Dwayne Wonder, but man, he is looking good right now. We already saw how good James Anthony looked in his debut just a few weeks ago.
Calling all the action, Little Billy Grace.
Little Billy Grace. So things are about to get serious here, and I'll tell you right now, I don't think it was a smart move by Robbie K, Wealth of Wrestling, to jump down the throats of First Degree. You can see James Anthony waiting at the door for Dwayne Wonder. You know, people run late, it happens. Great reaction there by Dwayne Wonder, by the way. Asking if they were fans and saying he wasn't ready to sign autographs. But right now, we're going to find out what kind of shape Dwayne Wonder's still in. And of course, we already know what kind of awesome shape James Anthony's in. But hey, I got to give it to Wealth of Wrestling, given they've got approximately a year-ish as a team in the sport, not much more than that in the sport, just the singles. Since coming together, and you're seeing the lockup here, with James Anthony taking control first. But since coming together and especially debuting in WWN, the Wealth of Wrestling has been incredibly successful. They've been on a roll for a while now. It's been quite a bit since you've seen those shoulders pinned, and you got to think to yourself, WWN officials will not be able to deny Wealth of Wrestling, not just in ACW, but throughout all of WWN. They're able to overcome First Degree. And of course, James Anthony here, beautiful counter. Despite the size differential, able to use his agility to break the hold. But of course, Daniel Lacey so quickly able to get that armbar back on. But you got to think for First Degree, looking to jumpstart the success they've had elsewhere in the Southeast, here tonight in a WWN ring. Lacey thrown on into the ropes, but a great shoulder tackle taking down James Anthony. Leapfrog. And a drop kick. James Anthony looking great right now. Daniel Lacey's in trouble. Anthony's got the arm. You can see right now, this is a situation where you definitely have experience versus youth. We know James Anthony's got the goods. Now we're going to find out Dwayne Wonder. How does Dwayne look? Like I mentioned, it's been a while since we've seen him here in a WWN ring. The bigger man of the two in First Degree. As already mentioned, a former ACW Tag Team Champion. And as Robbie K screaming he can see ring rust. I'm not seeing ring rust. I'm seeing Dwayne Wonder not only in control, but using his size to his advantage. Lacey getting whipped into the ropes and a big boot. Look at the energy. Look at the excitement. Dwayne Wonder's so happy to be back in the ring. Pinfall. 2 count only. But I'll tell you, Wonder's looking great and following things right back up. Always was a physical specimen, but the thing is he's got the knowledge to go along with it. Daniel Lacey, conversely, trying to fight off Dwayne Wonder, but of course, in Lacey's case, has youthful exuberance and not the experience yet, and you're finding out right there as the tag brings in James Anthony. First degree, looking like a heck of a unit, and that is what tag team wrestling is all about. It's about the unit, and you're seeing the unit in action. Pinfall. 2 count only. And you can still hear Robbie K complaining to little Billy Grace. I wonder how many of these sideshows going to come up with. Drop toe hold. James Anthony, smart move. Now got the front chancery as well. You can see James Anthony keeping himself in his corner. He's got Blake Banks. He took all of the P&V out of Blake and used it against him, and that's the thing. James Anthony has that experience. James has worked so hard, waited so long to finally get into a WWN ring. We already talked about the time, the seminars. Wait, pinfall. Emphatic kick out there by James Anthony. Richey here once again, Robbie K trying to direct traffic, telling Blake Banks to stay on Blake. Doing his best to fight off Anthony, whips him into the corner. But a great elbow catches Blake Banks. You gotta think might have knocked that young man down. Or excuse me, out. He sure as heck knocked him down. Tag to Dwayne Wonder. And the kick there to the midsection. Dwayne Wonder once again. The energy, the excitement. But Blake Banks is trying to slow down that onslaught of the much bigger man. Whipped into the corner. Wonder now, with a big boot, takes down Blake Banks. And the pinfall. 2 count only. And I'm telling you, this incarnation of First Degree, you gotta think they are looking good. A win here tonight's gotta quickly jumpstart them in the rankings from the perspective of the various championships in WWN. Daniel Lacey coming in trying to save Blake. Dwayne Wonder not missing a beat. Hasn't even dropped Blake yet, but now Robbie K up on the apron. You gotta be kidding me here. I should not be surprised when the sling blade connects there from Blake Banks to a distracted Dwayne Wonder. Pinfall. Somehow Wonder manages to kick out, but I thought the shock and awe and the distraction had been enough there. But for sure, the complexion of this matchup has changed thanks to Robbie K. I said it earlier, as much as I'm happy to not have to call commentary with Robbie K, to apologize for his antics here. Of course, now as a tandem, Daniel Lacey's tagged in. You saw beautiful leg drop there. A tandem maneuver, pinfall. Close, but not quite. Just barely getting up a shoulder is Dwayne Wonder. Of course, Robbie K debating whether the shoulder was down, but bottom line, official's word is what stands here. Lacey now. Oh, just literally you said it, Robbie. Trying to stay on top of him is Lacey. And he's got to make sure the distraction of Robbie doesn't work against him. Because think about it, if you got somebody screaming outside of the ring and especially complaining to the referee, I don't know about you, but that would distract me. But right now, there's no distractions. Dwayne Wonder getting beaten in the corner. And using every second of that 5 count is Blake Banks here. Quick tags. Might not like their attitude, but there's no denying wealth of wrestling. Talented young men. They're showing why they've been getting those wins. Of course, they have been insistent. They want a shot at the tag team champions. Wait, pinfall. 2 count only. But they want a shot at the ACW tag team champions, the Rapture. Of course, their argument is that they've defeated the Rapture. Of course, this is before the Rapture were the tag champions. And of course, the Rapture has defeated Wealth of Wrestling, but let's not worry about that. Perhaps a matter of time before that matchup happens, but that time will definitely be further away if First Degree is victorious here tonight in the Proving Ground. High knee. Impressive by Daniel Lacey, taking down Dwayne Wonder. Two bigger men on the two teams here facing off. Pinfall. You can see James Anthony wasting no time breaking things up. I don't blame him. You got to wonder, is Dwayne Wonder out? For as exuberant as Wonder was when he first got into the ring, there's nothing like ring time when it comes to conditioning and really being able to stay in that shape. And we don't know how much ring time Dwayne Wonder's had over the last year or so. Come on, Robbie K. See James Anthony losing his composure too, and I understand why, James, but what you're doing is inadvertently you're letting the onslaught continue here, and had the official not been distracted, this might have been it, but no! Yeah, that's your fault there, Robbie K. It's so loud, I feel like I am doing commentary with it, but nevertheless, Dwayne Wonder back to his feet. Daniel Lacey's trying to keep the ring cut off. Dwayne desperately needs the tag. James Anthony, but Lacey now back in control, has Wonder in trouble. And the tag. Dwayne Wonder is in no man's land. Snapmare to the center of the ring by Lacey in the boot to an exposed. What is very impressive elbow drop from Blake Banks. Agility on display. Is that going to be enough? It was not. You got to ask yourself, was the nonchalant pin why it was not enough? And the very cocky Blake Banks continuing on, but I got to give it to this young man. Climbing across the ropes like a cat, hitting that elbow, but now wasting time, jaw-jacking with Dwayne Wonder. The last thing you want to do is give Dwayne Wonder any time to recover, and at least Blake Banks now back on the offensive. I've said it before, that is probably the biggest weakness for Welcome Wrestling. It's just the cockiness, it's the youth, the knowledge they have not yet gained, but man, they're going to get more and more dangerous here in the sport. But right now, Dwayne Wonder rolls out. Big hip toss, pinfall. Oh, but the way that the shoulders and the neck of Blake Banks landed, Dwayne Wonder was not able to force the pin here, and it was really that last little bit of adrenaline. I think was hoping to just stop Blake Banks, but instead now Dwayne's trying to get things back together, trying to get to James Anthony in the corner, and of course Blake Banks desperately trying to get to Daniel Lacey. Gotta think whoever makes this tag first, the pendulum will swing in their favor. Daniel Lacey makes the tag, but so does Dwayne Wonder. James Anthony in the ring now catching Lacey. Or rather, fresh James Anthony finally back in control of things, hitting those elbows. And a big forearm as well, rocking Daniel Lacey. Blake Banks in trouble. Snapmare out of the corner by James Anthony, and a drop kick as well. Pinfall. 2 count only. You gotta wonder, was the official just a hair late getting in there? I'm impressed that Lacey kicked out, but regardless, it's those 3 that count the most. Anthony's got something in mind. We're gonna see a tandem maneuver here by First Degree, but you can see Blake Banks caught Dwayne Wonder in the corner, and now Lacey center of the ring, taking off the head of James Anthony. Dwayne Wonder posted outside of the ring, inside of the ring, pinfall. 2 count only, but I gotta wonder, no pun intended, what kind of shape is Dwayne Wonder in now? After being blindsided by Blake Banks, and the tag to Banks. Mile High Club, no, not like this. Wealth of Wrestling victorious.
Your winners of this match, world famous Daniel Lacey, the trusted kid, Blake Banks, the Wealth of Wrestling.
And as Robbie K literally has to pick his men up off the mat. The distractions, the interference, well, at the end of the day, turned into a victory for Wealth of Wrestling. And that's the thing I said earlier tonight. The record books should have an asterisk that says the assist to Robbie K, but unfortunately what it will say is Wealth of Wrestling victorious against First Degree. But man, it was great to see Dwayne Wonder back in a WWN ring. James Anthony, Dwayne Wonder looking darn good as a unit here tonight, and you gotta think First Degree will be back, but unfortunately in their first match as a unit in this form, coming up short against Wealth of Wrestling. The very cocky Robbie K getting what he wants here tonight at WWN Proving Ground. What a night it's been for Sideshow. And unfortunately, Robbie K, I'm Trevin Adams. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you join us again soon.
I just feel like it was my fault. Right?
No, bro, it's been a long time.
Yeah,
All right?
man, I've been going for a while. You know, I just feel like it was my fault.
Listen, bro. We keep coming out here. We keep getting in the ring. I guarantee you, once we get this ball rolling, once we get everything flowing, First Degree, we'll be right back where we used to be at the top. And I think I know just how to get this whole thing rolling again. You know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
First
Come on.
degree.
Oh,
First
yeah.
degree.
We know what I'm talking about.
All right. Make me feel a lot